The suspect in Detective Marconi's death is now in custody, facing a capital murder charge. But in the wake of Sunday's shootings, the impact of anti-police rhetoric from groups like Black Lives Matter is facing intense new scrutiny. Joining us now with reaction, former FBI agent and Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, thank you for joining us. So your thoughts, first of all, our thoughts and prayers go out to these officers' families. What's causing this wave of violence against men in blue, men and women in blue?
Well, you picked the perfect name for this segment, unresolved problems, because that's what it is. I mean, the reality is you have a problem that has cause and it has escalation. There's two groups that are causing this, basically. You have the inner city and the breakdown of the inner city, the lack of city government involvement in rebuilding those inner cities, the lack of police tactics being upgraded as things change, and also the lack of family. Now, going with that, you have the escalation of this problem by groups like Black Lives Matter, who coincidentally fit the perfect definition of terrorist: fear and intimidation for political aim. I mean, that's what they do. So when you have groups like this that are setting out to exacerbate this problem, it's never going to get solved.
All right, we have a couple of issues. Is it resources that's an issue? Is there ample resources for these police departments, or is it rules of engagement? Are they being told not to engage a suspect, and maybe that's causing more harm and death to police officers, or is it both, or is there something else I'm missing?
It's all of that, and the problem is we've turned cops into mousetraps in a very, very dangerous area, where they just sit there and wait for something to happen, where they're not involved in the community as a whole. So this is a very large problem that has to do with the inner city more than it has to do with the cops. However, cops have their problems as well with politicized leadership, with city councils that are not allowing them to do their job. And I'm a part of a organization called the American Council on Public Safety. We tried to get NFL members to sign a petition so that they could, to stand, so that they could commit to standing during the national anthem. People are not interested in committing to change, and that's the problem. Same thing with the NFL is the same thing that's going on in the city. We need people to commit to the change, because no matter what we do with cops.
What about from the top down in these cities? Mayor de Blasio is famous for pushing back, telling his son, if you're engaged by a police officer, be careful what you say to him.
Right. Stupidity. I mean, the reality is Mayor de Blasio is a communist. Many of the people that are in Black Lives Matter are communists, and that's proven. You can look at their website. They're Marxists. These are people that use the problem that we have in the community of a lack of unity, and they use that to escalate their cause. So there's causes that are running underneath, and I think we saw the collusion of all this over the campaign over the last year, where the press was colluding with the liberal left, who also, there's many Marxists in that group, and Black Lives Matter.
All right, I'm going to have to leave it right there, Jonathan. Thank you very much.